Hi, welcome to this edition of TT30, Tech Tips in 30 Minutes. Today we're going to learn about digital storytelling, and we're going to start by sharing just a little bit of information about what digital storytelling is, and then we'll have some time to explore some tools, answer questions, and then maybe even a little bit of work time. So digital storytelling, what is it? If you've ever heard of the term 21st century learning, digital storytelling is a great way to promote that. You don't want to really think of it as one more thing to do. You should look at it as a way of how you are approaching what you're already doing. So think of the three C's. The three C's of technology and learning in 21st century classrooms is to create, communicate, and collaborate. And those three things will help you to create an environment in your classroom that follows the beliefs of 21st century learning. So what is actual digital storytelling? I found a short video to give you an idea of what it is, which we'll watch right now.
Storytelling. What is digital storytelling? How to express ourselves by stories. Does modern technology give a good support? The digital storytelling course will help you to produce the stories more interactively. How does it work? It's a form of storytelling using a variety of multimedia tools, including tools as photography, slides, soundtrack, your voice, subtitles, a short video. Digital storytelling is a result of combining different media elements into a coherent story. Presentations are short but attractive. They stimulate the senses and imagination and are suitable for different learning styles.
So if you do want to learn more and watch the next part, it is linked right here. This is about an 8-minute video that I found on YouTube that goes into a little bit more detail. So if you're ready to jump in to something new, think about what you can promote by doing digital storytelling. It promotes creativity, inventive and higher order thinking, visual, technical, and media literacy, effective communication, collaboration, project management, multiple intelligence, and various learning styles. A lot of times you look at something like this as an extra or something fluffy, but it really can be something that you approach in your expectations as either a longer project, a little bit more involved, or something a little bit shorter. But either way, no matter how you approach it, take a look at the Common Core standards. This is a link to the writing section, and if you choose your grade level here, you will see that a lot of the Common Core standards, not only in writing, but also in reading and literature, you can accomplish through digital storytelling. There's also the standard here of using technology, including the internet, to produce and publish writing and to interact and collaborate with others. That is completely exactly what we're doing with digital storytelling. So how do you actually do it? If you are ready to start with this project with your students, here are two different approaches to steps for successful digital storytelling. This one right here is a little bit more detailed, maybe for older students. It includes a pre-production phase. This is where the students are writing a script, they're planning out the project, and they're organizing all of their information. They then move into the production phase where they actually make their voiceover, record what they want to say, and gather all of their media, whether it's pictures or clip art or videos. And then in the post-production phase is when they put it all together. And of course, you have to end with celebrating what they've created. You can take a look at maybe a little bit simpler approach. There is a link right here to an article called Digital Storytelling in the Language Arts Classroom. And if you scroll near the end of this article, you'll see that it does list 7 successful tips for a good sequence in working, where the students, this is very much like the other one, however, they write their initial script, they plan a storyboard, actually plan out what the whole thing is going to look like, they discuss and revise their script, they add their images in, get them in the right order, add the recording or the narrative track, add any special effects or transitions, and then if there's time, add music. And that's always the fun part for kids to do. So it's good to save that until last. Some ideas. What can you use? How can you use this in your classroom? You can have the students write a short story based on whatever content you're learning. They can do book trailers or a how-to, giving the steps on how to do something. They can model a story that they write on their own after a book's concept. For example, if you read a story that was historical fiction, students can write their own historical fiction. If they are reading a story that is set up in diary format or a timeline format, they can create their own just using that concept. They can take a famous writing, like a famous poem, and turn it into a digital story by adding some visual images to accompany it. They can also do a role play, pretend to be someone famous and write a story as if they are that person, or maybe an object. Maybe they can pretend they are the telephone that has just been invented, and how can they show what they've learned based on the invention's point of view. A media companion to a narrative. They've written a story and they just turn it into something more visual. And of course, any content, science, social studies, math can be turned into something interesting that you can see visually. So finally, down here at the bottom is a link to all of my sources that I've used to gather this information on digital storytelling, and also some resources for you as well. The Common Core is linked right here. This is a link to an article that gives you all of the information on successfully integrating this into your classroom. Here's where you can read the article that I referenced with the 7 steps to create digital stories with your students. And at the bottom is a Prezi that I found online that I got a lot of good information from, and I think you would find some interesting things there as well. So that's digital storytelling. I hope you're ready to jump in and give it a try, and your students will love it.